Hi guys, I hope you're well. So today I'll be sharing a story time of when I was in my third year at uni in 2009. So yeah, quite a while ago. And I was studying performing arts. I absolutely love drama, theatre, set design, just every creative element of screenwriting and plays basically. And so it was a big year. We were working on our dissertations and we had one final production. So every year there was like a big production. Basically, the whole script was messed up. Like it was blasphemous. It was using bits of the Bible and twisting it. So it was literally taking stories such as, Abraham and Isaac and twisting it to say, all sorts of things that were untrue in terms of what we know when we study and read the Bible and what we've seen consistently in terms of God's character according to his word. So my friend and I spoke to her mum about it because we were both Christians, both practicing Christians. And she's like, you guys realise you don't actually have to do this, right? And we were like, huh? She's like, no, you don't actually have to go ahead with this because it's your right. My friend and I were really encouraged to learn this. I guess when you're younger and you're so used to trusting authority figures and not rebelling, that sometimes things come as a shock to you in terms of your rights and especially in terms of your freedom to practice your faith. And so we organised a meeting to speak to our lecturer, and this is how it went down. We told her how we felt about it, and there was still some resistance. Like, she was offering us to do different parts in the role, and we said no, we don't feel comfortable, and these are the reasons. And so I basically said, I don't understand, we shouldn't have to beg. I'm a Christian and this is a Christian country. I don't understand why I have to beg for my rights. If it was another group who often protect their rights and let us know what's what, you wouldn't be doing this. So why are you doing this? And she was like, this is not a Christian country. It is a secular state upheld by the Church of England. Yeah, so she basically said to me, if you don't do this as part of your assessment, I'm going to have to fail you. And I literally looked at her and I was like, well, I guess you're going to have to fail me then.
Well, hold up, wait a minute.
I was in shock.
What?
In the end, we sought advice from our pastors, and we were told that there are lots of Christian organisations that can support you, and that they were backing us, they were behind us. Our lecturer backed down eventually and allowed us to be in our own production. My friends were so respectful, and they really acknowledged the stand I made, because we had to audition, but we had to instead basically preach to them. We were given 5 minutes each to tell them why we weren't taking part in the play, and it just lifted my spirit. Some of my friends who were non-Christians were in tears. They were suddenly getting to understand just how serious and how real God was and God is to me. This testimony reminds me of the story of the 3 Hebrew boys in the book of Daniel in the Bible. They were renamed Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, which were Babylonian names because they were brought over to Babylon to serve the king. The king put a decree that everyone had to bow down to this golden statue, but they refused to bow to an idol because they knew the real God, and they were put into the fiery furnace. And in Daniel 3:25, the king literally leaps up and says, hang on, I thought we put 3 boys into the furnace. Why do I see 4 figures and one of them looks like the Son of God? And it was a supernatural deliverance is to show them his power and his sovereignty, because they were willing to literally perish regardless, because they wanted to stand up for God's name and righteousness and for who they knew him to be. So no matter where you are, in school, in college, in work, just be confident in who you are, not how you got there, not the names that other people have put on you and the labels, but your identity in Christ, your identity in God. When the time comes for you to stand, you'll be able to, and you'll be a witness and a testimony to your friends and others around you about God's character and God's love. Thank you. Stay blessed. Bye.